This video is sponsored by Dashlane. Which is the better smart display, the Nest Hub Max or the Echo 2nd generation? Hello friends, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Craig. I like to learn about tech and see what it can offer us as consumers. This is week 39 of my 2019 Echo series. You can find the rest of the series in the description. I like to look at these devices side by side and see which one may offer us more value for our money. Maybe you haven't decided if you want an Echo House or a Google Home. I'm more of an Amazon Echo guy, but I like to see what Google is bringing to the table. I don't want to be closed off to devices that may offer more value. I will say the Nest Hub Max does have some cool features. Let's compare 5 of those features and see which device offers more for your money. We'll get into the comparison, but let's quickly look at some specs. There are a lot of similarities. Both are priced at $229. Both devices are 10-inch displays with 1280 by 800 resolution. Neither one is full HD. Both have built-in cameras and have 10-watt stereo speakers. The Echo Show has a passive bass chamber that works pretty well, while the Nest Hub Max has a 3-inch woofer for bass. On paper, neither one of these devices jumps out. It really looks like Google just matched Amazon specs. But it really comes down to the software on each of them. First thing we'll look at is sound and the content available. Both devices support Pandora, Spotify, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio. Amazon's gonna bring Sirius XM, Amazon Unlimited Music, and Prime Music. Nest Hub's gonna bring Google Music, YouTube Music, and Google Podcast. Let's have a listen and compare sound. I'm gonna use my phone with Bluetooth so that they are both getting the same source. I'll start off with a podcast. If you didn't know, there's the Craig's Tech Talk podcast. You could check that out in the description. So first, we'll start with the Echo Show. Both of them are set at about 80%.
Going to bring it back. Anything new in your world of tech right now?
Not really. It's been kind of a slow week in the world of tech, so we got more stuff coming here. Nothing new so far this last week. We haven't released a new video.
Hey, listen to the podcast. So far, this is sounding like it's got more volume out of it. Maybe a little clearer, a little better sound. Now let's try some music. I'm going to be using some stuff from Epidemic Sound since I pay for that service and won't get any copyright strikes. So... That's a look at the sound. This one's a tough one for me and sounds very subjective, but this feels like it has the power. This feels like it has more that lower mid range. This one feels a little like the highs are a little ear piercing at times. I did have to kick this down about 10% to try to get the sound a little closer because I think I was going to blow out the mic. But I'm gonna lean to this one that I like the sound of it better. I'm also behind it. What are your thoughts on it? Before we go any further, let's talk about today's sponsor. If you want a faster and more secure internet experience, today's sponsor, Dashlane, is the way to go. Dashlane is a password manager and digital wallet. If you're like me and you've reused the same passwords, all it takes is the wrong person getting that password to unlock your accounts and cause a lot of damage. With Dashlane, you could generate and store complex and unique passwords that you no longer have to remember. It is easy to use and works across all your devices. When you visit a website, you click the autofill and you're logged in. With Dashlane, you could also securely save important files, receipts, credit cards, personal information, and more. When filling out online forms or entering credit card information, Dashlane makes it a one-click experience. Dashlane's built-in VPN can also help keep your internet traffic private and secure when on that free public Wi-Fi. You could get started today with a 30-day free trial using the link in the description. Also, for viewers of this channel, you can save 10% on Dashlane Premium using this code. The second key feature to look at are the cameras. I think Nest Hub Max came out swinging with some good features in this area. Amazon, you're going to have to step up your game on this one. The Nest Hub Max has a 6.5-inch megapixel camera. The Amazon Echo Show has a 5-megapixel camera. For software, the Echo Show 2nd generation gives you the option to take advantage of the camera by taking pictures, using it as a barcode scanner, video chats using the Alexa app, or you can make Skype calls. I think the Skype gives a lot more cross-platform flexibility, but I think the Nest Hub Max is using the cameras in more useful ways. First, I think it's really cool that it has face match and will adjust the content on the screen based on who it's looking at. If your face is recorded, you'll see a personalized screen. Next, Hub Max only has Google Duo as a chat option, but you could download the Google Duo app on Android or iOS. It's still pretty flexible because of that. The feature that I think stands out with video chatting is the smart framing. The camera will actually track your face and keep you centered in the frame. I know Facebook Portal with Alexa does this, but I can't stand Facebook and I would never buy one of their products. Also with Nest Hub Max, you could leave video message for people using the camera. This next one is an area that Amazon should learn from Google. This is the one that's one of the most impressive for me. For security, you could set up the camera in the Nest Hub Max as a Nest Cam. If you turn this option on, you can check in on the camera anytime using the Nest app. You can also be notified if motion is detected or sound is heard. You don't have to use this feature and you can disable it. I did on my camera because I didn't necessarily need it all the time, but I like that it's there, especially if I'm going out of town with the family on vacation. I would turn it on for another layer of security. So the winner of this, I'm gonna have to give to Nest Hub Max for offering more features. Third feature to consider is the display. Both have the same resolution, so it really comes down to the content available. With Amazon, you get Prime Video, NBC, Hulu TV, and can watch YouTube videos through the built-in web browser. With Nest Hub Max, you get YouTube and YouTube TV. A big advantage I think the Nest Hub Max has is the ability to cast video to it. This is a feature that allows you to cast video from something like your smartphone to the display. So I could be watching a video on my phone and then just cast it over to the display. So if I'm in the YouTube app, just send it on over. It does work with some third-party apps, but not all of them. But the more that opens up, the cooler that's going to get. That is something the Echo Shows definitely need to be more competitive on their screens. This one's kind of a tougher one to call a winner. This has more content, this has that cast app. But I think if I were to look at them as standalone devices, I gotta say this is the winner, having Prime Video, Hulu, NBC, and still being able to watch YouTube through the web browser. Fortunately, no YouTube app yet. The fourth thing to look at, both devices offer smart home control and work with all the major smart devices. You can create groups or rooms on both devices. A big difference physically is that the Echo Show 2nd generation does have a built-in Zigbee hub, so you can connect Zigbee devices directly to it. With the Nest Hub Max, you would need a separate Zigbee hub for Zigbee devices. Both are pretty much the same when using voice, but with a smart display, I think it really comes down to the interface on the screen for smart devices. With the Echo 2nd generation, you do a swipe over and that'll give you options where you could then select your smart home, and that's going to then bring up another menu and you can access stuff there. And you could access individual stuff, recent things that have been used, and then select all your different items there. With the Nest Hub Max, you could swipe down and you can access your devices from here, your cameras, your lights, your thermostats and media routines. Pretty much all the same stuff you get when you swipe over from the side. The thing I like that's different with the Nest Hub Max is that if you swipe down, you have your categories already there. So I could just grab my lights. I don't need to go into another menu to get to smart home stuff. I can swipe down, and if I need to adjust the temperature, just give it a quick adjustment right there. You know, go bring up my camera and select one of my cameras right there, and it picks up my Wise cams. Those all work with it fine. So for screen and smart home control, I gotta give this one to the Nest Hub Max. It just gets there. It's it's a better looking interface when it does get there. You know, here you have to take that extra step, bring up your smart devices, and now you just got your recently used. If I want to see groups, I got to go into the groups. And even when you get into a group, I could turn it on and off, but there's individual lights. It's just not as nice of an interface and menu. I do like this a lot better. I want to get into lights. Here's all my lights based on rooms. I could just select a room, and everything seems to move quicker on this. I definitely think that's important. This is a little slower in moving around. I see loading way too much, where this just does it. For the winner, I gotta give it to the Nest Hub Max. It's just quicker, it's a cleaner interface. Next, let's look at overall screen utilization. Both can use photo albums that you select. Overall, I think the Nest Hub is much better with scrolling curated images from Google. Amazon is lacking in this area with their illustration backgrounds. If you watched one of my more recent videos, I don't like this. They should fix this. The Echo Show will scroll through information on the screen if you want and show you things such as calendars, time, weather, sports scores, travel, news stories, and more. It will scroll through that information. Some of it is not as useful as you may want. The Nest Hub Max, when it comes to information, the default screen's only going to show you the time, weather, and such there, but you could scroll through and you could see recent things that you've done, top news stories, YouTube Music, YouTube TV. It's definitely all about the Google YouTube services with this, events, things to try, all of that stuff is there. Overall, I do think the Nest Hub Max is a better on-screen interface. There is more information that can be set to just scroll through on here, but this is just a cleaner, faster interface. It's definitely made more for touch than this device is. After comparing these features, I'm gonna have to declare the Nest Hub Max the better smart display. Feature for feature, I think the Nest Hub Max offers more for your money. But beyond the physical features, a big deciding factor is going to come down to the ecosystem you want. If you're committed to the Echo world, all these features are probably not going to make you switch. If you use Google services and an Android person, the Nest Hub Max would probably be your preferred device. I will say Google is definitely the smarter assistant, but I think Amazon Echoes offer more features and get more updates than the Nest Hub Max. I do think Google did a great job for second generation display. Good job, Google. What is your preferred smart display and assistant? Let us know in the comment section. You can check out the rest of this year's Echo series over here. If you like this video, you know what to do. Please consider subscribing and come back to check out some more videos. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.